All right, 2025 whitetail deer season is upon us here in Missouri. Today I'm going to go through my gear. I'm going to start off with my clothes, the things that I'll be wearing to the stand. Um, this has changed a lot for me throughout the years. I used to wear Under Armour, of course, some Sitka. I still got a little bit of Sitka, but I used to really be caught up in the latest camouflage. As you'll see, I don't really wear a lot of camouflage anymore. I wear things to the stand that work for me, that are comfortable, that are tough, that are durable, and that are going to do the job that they intend to do. So starting out, I'm going to start off with things I wear as a base layer, things I wear underneath my clothes. Early, when it's warm out, I'll be wearing just a merino wool underwear. Got several different kinds of those. And a merino wool t-shirt. This one in particular is a smart wool. It's comfortable, it fits me great. I wear this one pretty often. So they're going to cut down on the smell, going to cut down on the sweat, going to cut down basically on all of the things that you don't want when you're trying to get close to whitetail. Moving into October, things start to get a little bit more chilly in the morning and evening. I'm going to move to a long sleeve thin merino wool base layer. I got a couple different options, long sleeve pants, and those are going to go underneath my clothes. Probably still be wearing the underwear and the t-shirt underneath of that. Then when it gets really cold out, I switch to a Under Armour 3.0 base layer, heavyweight base layer. And I'll typically just be wearing this underneath. And once it's that cold, I'm not as concerned about the scent. I'm not as concerned about sweating as I am staying warm in the stand and being able to spend as much time out there as I can. On my feet, I'm going to typically always stay with a merino wool. These are smart wool. Another pair of merino wool. And then when it's really cold, these are just plain 100% wool sock. I don't wear these by themselves. I'll wear a lightweight merino wool underneath them. They aggravate my feet, so I can't just wear those by themselves, but they'll be on top underneath my boots, and they'll keep me very warm for that. Early season pant that I'll be wearing is my Fjallraven pants here. They are very durable, double knee, no stretch. They're not going to rip. They're not going to snag on things. They're very tough, and that's what I want in the woods. That's what I want when I'm climbing trees, what I want when I'm tracking deer, when I'm doing all the things in the woods. I don't want something thin and stretchy that's going to catch on things and snag. I want a tough, durable pant. On top of that, early season, a lot of times I'll just wear this Sitka merino wool base layer shirt. It's got a hood, face mask, basically everything I need early season. And then on top of that, I will layer on this. This is also another merino wool piece from Pendleton. It is a button-up shirt that I'll throw on over this when it starts to just get a little bit chilly. And so I'll have this shirt and this pair of pants will be my outer layer for a while when it comes to being in the woods. Whenever it gets colder to where this stuff is no longer comfortable, that's when I'll move on over to my, I've got this pair of lined Coleman camouflage pants. They are just fine. They're not anything special, but they're fleece lined, and they help cut down on chill just a little bit, just to kind of get between the Fjallraven pant and into my wool. Once things get really cold, I'll switch over to I've got these LL Bean wool pant, 100% wool pant. These are going to be for whenever it's fairly cold out and I don't want to break out the big guns yet, these will be just fine. Also, these are great for in the blind when I'm perhaps hunting with the youth for youth season. Dark pant, that's what I like to have in there. Then I'll throw on my LL Bean plaid wool shirt. This is, of course, their 85% blend, and this works just fine. And so typically I'll have on either these pants and this shirt with base layer underneath. It varies differently, but I'll have that option as well. Another thing that I like to do is if I have one of these pair of pants on, perhaps this merino wool shirt, and then I'll throw on this LL Bean 100% lamb's wool sweater, maybe layer that over top of my button up there, and then perhaps this LL Bean wool vest over all of that. And I really like doing that. I really like layering to keep my arms as thin as possible and as warm as possible when I'm bow hunting. So that's where the vest comes in. Keep all that warmth in, have the sweater be tight on my arms with my button-up shirt underneath. That way, when I draw back, I don't have a bunch of fluff out there in the way. But then when gun season hits and things start getting colder, that's when I'm going to switch over to my wool LL Bean pants. I believe these are called the main pant. They're going to have the windstop underneath. Some people say that it's noisy. I am a tree stand hunter. I'm not going to be stalking anything, so it's never bothered me in the least. And the same with this very heavyweight wool jacket. It is going to keep you warm until deer season's over. I've never had a trouble with staying warm with that. You can have a variety of different things. I've got these sized up just a little bit so I can have a variety of different base layers, pants, sweaters underneath, and you are never going to get cold wearing that. Now, just a couple other items that I'll always have. A leather belt. I always have a leather belt on, whether it's with these or any of my pair of pants. And then suspenders on my LL Bean stuff. And then I've got a pair of just regular suspenders for my normal pants. Gun season, I'll have my LL Bean orange vest, and I have my Midwest Archery hat, orange hat that I have waxed so it's a little bit more waterproof. I'll typically wear a camouflage cap early on. This is just an extra face mask. If I'm not wearing my Sitka to have that face mask, I'll put on this. This is a Under Armour face mask. Of course, it's camouflage, but mostly just to cover my face from the cold and from being seen. Early season, I'll typically just wear something like this. These are my Limbs Boulder boots. They're like a minimalist barefoot style boot, so not a lot to them. They don't get very warm, so that's great for early season. And then also when it gets cold, I bring out the big dogs, the LL Bean, the rubber on the bottom. They're lined with wool. These things are warm. You put either of these pair of socks in this boot and your foot does not get cold whatsoever. So like I said, it's going to be a variety of different options here. I might take different pants with different shirts and different base layers at different times. I don't try to get stuck on any of outfits in particular, just what's going to be comfortable for that day. Because for me, my clothes are a tool to stay in the woods as long as possible. I don't want to have to leave because I'm cold or because I'm hot or the bugs are getting to me. I want to use my clothes in order to stay in the woods as long as possible and be as comfortable as possible. So stay tuned for the rest of my gear. I'll be getting to that shortly. Thanks.